All right, welcome everyone. I got a special interview with our newest board mentor, Eric the Reaper Ryder. I love your nickname, by the way, just so you know. That is very good. So just real quick, we want to get to know you a little bit, all right? So I got some hard-hitting questions for you.
Be easy on me. Come on, be easy on me.
I'll try my best. I didn't write them, by the way, either. You can talk to the man if you don't like them. How about that?
I will have to do that.
All right, number one. Tell me about your competitive cornhole experience. How long have you been playing? Estimated number of tournaments, number of cash, anything like that. Just give me a little brief history of only your competitive cornhole history.
It's going to have to be a brief detail. Wow. I started 6-7 years ago now. Can't believe it's been that long. Went to a barbecue. I went to a cookout, and someone had some boards in the backyard, and I was like, "What is this?" And someone showed me the game, and then me and my son Trey, we started to play, and then we said, "Oh, we're gonna have to get ourselves a set of boards." So we ended up buying a set of boards, and us being some Boston people, we bought some Red Sox boards, and I still have them to this day, and they're still decent boards. But we started playing regularly in the neighborhood. Got some of my neighbors involved, and then started talking to some other people outside of the neighborhood, and found out about all these different tournaments. Well, lo and behold, there's a whole circuit of people playing cornhole that I never even knew about. It's like when I first went to Nate's in Gastonia, and my first experience at Nate's, the first thing that came to my mind was, this is the Fight Club of cornhole. I mean, I walked in. This is an old building, an old rundown building. It was bring your own chairs and coolers and everything else, and they had weekly blind draws on a Friday night, and they go all night and play. The next thing you know, talking to more people and realizing that there's some other competitive tournaments around. Well, one thing led to another, and me and my son are trying to find all these different tournaments on Facebook and going and just going and play whatever we can. Not realizing that we weren't very good. We weren't very good at all. Going there and just going 0-2 and getting our butt kicked and everything else. So the competitive person that I am, I went home and took out my boards almost every day, and I think my neighbors to this day are going to have nightmares with the bags hitting the board for so many hours a day, especially at night at 1 in the morning whenever we're all in the neighborhood playing. But anyways, from there it took off. From there, I got tired of getting my butt handed to me, and I kept practicing and playing, and ended up playing. I can't tell you how many tournaments I played in. It's got to be over 1,000, I'd say. I mean, it's got to be over the years. I mean, so many tournaments in a week, some weekday stuff. I've had some good luck along the way.
I mean, do you have like a 9-to-5 job, or are you just?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
My boss is right now probably wondering, is he really working or is he throwing bags? But I haven't. And I was really heavy into it. This year it's been, I've kind of, I've been still playing. I've been still playing a lot. I noticed that I haven't been throwing as many bags this year as I normally do, but that's okay. I got involved with the ACO. I really love where the ACO is going here. Over the years, it's just become, a hobby for me and my son. And my daughter played for a while, and that's how we met all these people. We became friends with so many people, and that's what I love about the game, and I love about, cornhole in general is, you get out there and you go to these different tournaments and you meet someone new, almost all the time, and all these new people coming out and playing. So it's really, really been a nice way to make new friends as well.
All right. Well, since you have the regular job too, and you're really into the world of cornhole, what made you decide to accept the invitation to join the ACL advisory board?
Well, I played in ACL last year, and went to Cherokee, and I thought to myself, in 1 year, what Stacy and the crew did in 1 year, I thought, was really spectacular, in my opinion. Did they get everything right? No. Were they perfect? No. And they're not going to. This is a work in progress. I see the vision of the ACL. I see the vision talking to Stacy. I mean, people don't know this, but Stacy's a smart guy. I probably shouldn't say that too loud, but I don't want him getting a big head or anything. But he is. He's a really smart guy. He has a vision. He knows what his vision is. And I understand it. And I think being so close to the players that I have good relationships with players, good relationships with other directors. I think the combination of that, I really wanted to stay close with the players because I listen to the players and I take that information and I bring it to Stacy and I say, look, and that's why I want to be on the board, so I can take that information and bring it to Stacy and bring it to the board and say, hey, look, let's think about this. Let's throw this on the table. Let's make some changes here. Let's make some updates here. This is what the players are saying behind closed door, on the side to each other. And I'm privy to some of those conversations, which is great. And I think they want me to hear what they're saying. And I think once you implement some of those changes, once the players, start talking and then they see the changes that the ACL is trying to make to accommodate them, I think in the end, they're going to be more apt to jump on board. And that's what we want. We've implemented a new bag policy and I've gotten a lot of feedback on that, and we're continuing to tweak that. We'll continue to tweak whatever we need to. The standings, the way we run tournaments, the co-ops, the schedule. I mean, how we put together the players guide. It's all a work in progress, and I think over time, we'll eventually get it right. I mean, like I said, it is a work in progress, and it's going to take some time. But players need to be patient because I really think that this thing, we got some things stirring in the pot right now that could, potentially be some really big things for the ACL. So.
Sounds good. Sounds very good. All good reasons to join. Absolutely. So, you've participated in ACL events. What's been your favorite one so far? Probably the ones you've won, I would assume, something like that, maybe.
At the beginning of the year, I started off the year very well. I won the first ACL event in Charlotte. I threw really well. Me and Roger did well too. We won a regional as well. And that was one of the highlights. But one of the nationals that we played in Crew Cup, and that was phenomenal. We ended up coming in second to really a really good team. So, but overall, that Crew Cup on a Friday night was a blast. I'll have to say it was. And the 2 times that I played in that Crew Cup on a Friday night, it's been a lot of fun. I may have had a little bit too much fireball in the first one, but I think Derek Holland forgives me for the blind draw that went afterwards. So we're good now.
If you could improve one thing for the ACL to grow the sport, what do you think that would be?
I think we're constantly improving anything. I don't think there's one particular thing that I could focus on. I think if I'm thinking from a player's perspective, making sure that people understand the format, understand the qualifications on the Cherokee, understanding the schedules, making sure, I think, that the processes in our that we're doing right now with the ACL, I think that's really the documentation, the website, all that I think is key to the success of, because people don't want to go to out to the website and ask what the ACL, and then they start reading and then they get all confused and they're like, I don't want to join it because I don't understand it. We don't want people to not understand it. So, I want people to be able to. I want the ACL to be completely transparent. I want the directors to be able to put themselves out there. Look, you got a question, you got a problem, come to us. I mean, we're all ears. This is what we, it's not like we want to hear complaints, but we do want to. I mean, that's how, we make mistakes. The ACL is going to make mistakes, but that's how we get better. And I think in the end, that's really, really what's going to, take it over the top.
All right, and you did mention you were at the Championship of Bags 2016. So what are the things you're looking forward to this year's Championship of Bags?
For one, I'm looking to play a little bit better.
I get that.
Holy cow, that was awful last year. But anyways, having this thing on ESPN3 when I watched it was phenomenal. I thought the coverage, the views on the with ESPN3 was great. I thought overall having it on a big stage. I'm hoping that we can pull in a little bit bigger audience, when it comes down to the finals. I think having it on the finals and having that last day on a Saturday or Saturday night is going to help a lot more too. That way, I think you'll get hopefully a bigger crowd for just people wanting to watch. What I'm looking forward to is just not only playing in some of these, like the 8-bagger. There's an 8-bagger crew cup. I get the open singles, open doubles, the qualifiers. You got the sit and goes, the blind draw sit and goes. You get all that kind of stuff. You got the side games going on with everybody. The thing that I look forward to the most is just going out and playing with everybody, seeing everybody coming together from all different states and having a good time, because it's quite an event. If you haven't been to Cherokee, the main event center in the stage, when you get up on stage to play up on stage, that's a lot of fun. That's where you want to be, up on stage. And if you're any player, that's your goal. Get up there, be able to play as much as you can up on stage and just enjoy the show.
All right, sounds good. Well, Eric, thank you very much for joining me so we could do this little interview to get everybody introduced to you, one of the newest advisory board members of the ACL. And like we always say, if you want all the information you can handle, just go to iPlayACL.com. And are you going to do a Facebook Q&A down the road, maybe?
Yes, nice. That is my. I would like to coming soon, within the next week or two. I'm going to do a live feed with a Q&A session. My goal is to break down the COP schedule and break down the qualification piece. Those two pieces, I think, are what most people have the most questions about right now. So I want to make sure that I clear that up in a live feed and live Q&A. So if people have questions, they can type it right there on the screen, and hopefully I can get all those questions answered in a live feed.
All right. Well, once again, thank you very much, Eric, for joining me, and congratulations on your new position with the ACL.
Thank you, and roger that.